great. Well, that leads me to another question around telehealth. So obviously we're all sheltering in place, and if you want to reach out to your BCBA, that could be an option. However, it might be scary for a parent to do telehealth for the first time, or even keep a kid engaged. So any tips on if you're doing telehealth for ABA or speech therapy or other things, how do you help your son be engaged during a telehealth?
That's a great question. It's very timely, right? We are all trying to really use telehealth to maintain continuation of care. And I think it will really vary depending on the client's repertoire. Like how much do they enjoy interacting with the computer? Do they have the skills to sit in front? How long can they answer like directives being presented with the computer, or do they need someone sitting next to them? But what I would do is I would set the like something that it's fun initially. So I wouldn't really focus on the progress of each objective, but more so of really learning how to engage in the new environment. So even if you sit for very short little times and then add some fun things on, so you might have some snacks that are preferred, you might have toys that are nearby, in really short period of time, lots of exposition, and try to make them be super successful. And then timing the amount of time, the duration that they can sit with. And once you have established that, then I think we'll target making progress through the instruction that is being delivered. So it's first teaching how to respond to the health.
Yeah, that's good. If I could just add one thing to that, Sheila, we've had to, really think about reestablishing the way we provide services for hundreds of kids. I mean, everybody is living in a different school educational environment right now, so this is super relevant for everybody. And to Paula's point, there's really three things you have to be able to do to learn from telehealth. You've got to attend to a screen. You have to sustain that attention to a screen. You can't just do this fleetingly, and that's difficult for a lot of our kids. Sustained attention to anything can be difficult. And the last one, as she mentioned, that's so hard, is responding to the screen. Most of our kids have no history doing that. And to the extent that you can, having reinforcement that comes from the screen helps sustain that attention. So as she mentioned, initially, you might have to provide it in a kind of secondary way, the person sitting with the child at the screen. But at some point, if you can have that come through the screen, so like Paula mentioned, preferred videos and preferred activities on the screen, if your child is reinforced by those will be more powerful at sustaining attention to the screen and responding to the screen, which are crucial to telehealth. Like you can't learn from telehealth without those things. So yeah, I think that's great.